Hi guys, Coach Kirsten here, and I've been getting a lot of questions about hip mobility and how do I get more hip mobility? How do I keep my hips flexible, moving? What happens when they're tight from running or swimming or biking? I do coach a lot of triathletes. That's why I get a lot of those questions. Or just everyday people. Maybe you've had a hip replacement. Maybe you have a hip thing going on and your hips are just tight all the time. So I'm going to give you guys my favorite hip mobility exercises. You could do them for about 15 seconds a piece. And this whole entire hip mobility workout will take you about 2 minutes. So this is designed to open the hips and make you a little more mobile, flexible, and malleable in your hip joints. I do recommend having something that you can hold on to because some of the exercises we're going to be on one leg. And it's easier if you're holding on to something. So you can hold on to a wall or a table or your couch or any sort of stick. So we're going to start with hip swing. Oh, before we go, make sure you're already warmed up. So you have already done some cardio. You've already gotten your heart rate up. You've already gone for a long walk with the dog. Your body is warmed up. We don't want to start swinging our body around when it's cold. So make sure you are warmed up. This is great to do after a cardio warm up before leg day, or after you do a little warm up before a interval workout on the treadmill. So those are some examples of when you could do this, or just at the end of the day, you're a lot more warmed up than the beginning of the day. So this might be something you want to incorporate into your nighttime routine. So we're going to start with, put the weight, lift one leg, and we're just going to hip swing. So we're swinging our hip, we're swinging our leg forward and back. If you have hip issues, if you are recovering from an injury or surgery, or your hips are just really tight and this makes you nervous, start slow, using more control. But eventually for mobility, you want to work up to having a little bit of momentum going into this. So you're swinging your legs with momentum. So forward and back. The next one is side to side. So you're swinging your leg in front of you, side to side. And again, starting off, if you're like, this is making me nervous, all this swinging my leg around because my hip is really sore or hurt or sensitive, just start slower and work up to faster. All right, we're doing that same thing on the other side. And this leg might be different, this side might be different. So most likely our hips are not the same right to left. So again, about 15 seconds for each of these exercises. And then again, side to side, leg out front, and you're going as much as your body will allow with where you're at with your flexibility and your mobility today. That might be different than where you were yesterday and where you will be tomorrow. All right, so those are leg swings. The next one, we're going to take our knee in and around. So we're making a big circle with the knee coming up. So the hip is making a big circle. You might hear some snaps and cracks. As long as there's no pain associated with it, it should be okay. Just moving stuff around. All right, and then opposite direction, out and in. Again, this is to your range of motion that this hip has right now. All right, other side. So same thing, in and out, in and out. Good, reach open, open those hips. Shine that knee out to the side as best you can with where you're at today, and other direction. So again, about 15 seconds each. This will make this hip mobility workout about 2.5 minutes, which is plenty of time to take to open up your hips. All right, whatever you're holding on to, you can set it down. Next, we're going to do spinal twists. And I know this is mobility of the spine, but our spine is connected to the hips. And when I do this, I definitely feel it down in my hips. So again, if you have some back issues, especially lower back issues, start small and in more control. But if that feels good, just open it up. You can even look all the way behind you. If that feels okay, it doesn't make you feel dizzy. All the way, big, big movements. And there you have it. There's your quick little hip mobility. There's lots of other stuff we could do, but these are my favorites. They're simple. These are manageable. You could do this every single day. You don't need a rest day in between unless your hips are really sore the next day. Then maybe do every other day until your body gets used to this mobility. And then you could do this every single day. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys next time. All right, bye.